when Emerson Mnangagwa got into power, they asked, how can these sanctions be removed? And we said sanctions can be removed if you implement the reforms. And these reforms are nothing out of the blue. These are things that are in our constitution. And I said my area of expertise is the media. So I went to my former employers at ITV News. I went to Channel 4. I went to BBC. And the British government pledged 3 million through the BBC Trust. All in all, we put together about 20 million pounds. And then I said to the donors, do not write a check. House this money at the World Bank in Harare. As and when these media reforms start, the World Bank will be responsible for the money. I got people like Christian Amampo. I think I've posted this before. I actually have a document where ZBC was going to have access to 900 television stations around the world, from Africa to Latin America,
Yes.
to North America, and so forth. And it didn't go ahead. George Aramba then wrote an article saying, I'm trying to capture ZBC on behalf of MDCA. That time it was MDCA, so that they can win the election in 2023. This was in 2018. So I've been to all political parties that matter. There are only two, or they were only two. And I've spoken to their leaders. I had a meeting with the vice president and the president of the country in 2018. And the British ambassador was there. The EU ambassador was there. And after that meeting, George Charamba wrote a long thread of lies. Thank God the EU ambassador came to Twitter and said, this is a lie, I was there. So I've spoken to all the leaders in Zimbabwe, and I know their state of mind. And I know for me to end up taking this route that I've taken is because I realized that we won't get anywhere. Somebody mentioned action. I think it was Set Free. We mentioned the issue of action. Action is important because it delivers. Politics of chatterbox, promising things that never come to pass. That's what we have been stuck with for the past 44 years. Mugabe promised us health for all by 2000. Now we are in 2024. And there's no health at all, let alone for all.
For all.
Yes. So politicians are in the business of politics. And somebody asked about it being a political vehicle. Of course, it is a political vehicle because I am going to lobby. You are going to lobby too. Everyone is going to lobby. Maybe one day I'll ask you that every Zimbabwean living in England, please write a letter to your member of parliament and tell them that the British government should not do this or engage with our government in this way because we've got 100 people in prison. They should not pretend that things are normal. So when someone says it's an elitist, no, it's not that an elitist organization. We are all going to have a role. So if we have 500,000 Zimbabweans, and if the organization says, please, each one of you write a letter to your local member of parliament in Britain, that's 500,000 letters. The British government will will listen to what we're saying. They might not do what we're asking them to do. If we say every Zimbabwean living in South Africa, write a letter to President Ramaphosa, that's how it's going to work. That's the political work that I'm talking of. ZANU-PF and some mischievous people in the opposition wanted me to say I'm setting up a government in exile that is going to prosecute a liberation struggle, so that they can say this person has
an agenda of subverting a democratically elected government.
A crime that I've been to jail for when I didn't do anything. And they wanted to say it's treasonous. We're not going to do that.